Hi everyone, is everybody having a terrific time here at the pet show? Yes? Are you guys excited to touch and feel some reptiles? Are you sure?
Yeah!
All right, so I have one reptile here for you guys today. Now he's actually one of my favorite reptiles and he's actually a really good pet to have. This guy, he's just a little guy, but he is full grown and his name is Marshmallow. So let me go get Marshmallow for you guys. Okay, everybody say hi, Marshmallow. Now, Marshmallow here is a Euromastix, and he's called a Mallee Euromastix, and this guy is all the way from Africa. He is an African species, and he really likes it nice and warm. These guys like a basking temperature about 130 Fahrenheit. That's really warm. So if you were to have this guy as a pet, you would need to have a nice tank with a nice strong heat lamp to keep him nice and warm. And when he's nice and warm, he's got lots of energy. He can run really fast, hide, eat his food. Did you have a question? He is not my pet, no. He actually lives at Reptilia. We have three different types of, three different Euromastix there, but they're all Mallees. But there are different types of Euromastix. You get yellow Nigerian, red Nigerian, ocellateds, even Egyptians. Now, I have yellow Nigerian at home myself, and I have 2 Egyptians. And when they're full grown, they can get about 3 feet. That's a big lizard. But this guy is not going to get any bigger than this. He's full grown. But why does he make a good pet? Do you have any guesses of why he makes a good pet? He eats spiders. Ooh. Now, one thing about this guy is he is a herbivore. Loves to eat his lettuce and he loves to eat his fruit as well as seeds like lentils and fin sheets. So sometimes when a person gets a reptile as a pet, they may not want to feed it little bugs. Here's your number 1 guy. He'll eat all the lettuce and the seeds. Now, one thing you also want to watch out for him is if you look on his body, he has these pretty patterns. He's mainly black, but he's got some yellow on his back. And what do you notice about his tail? He's got a spiky tail. Why does he have a spiky tail? Why do you think he has a spiky tail? Oh, for protection. Very good. Now when he's scared, he'll find a little cave, he'll show his putters his tail, and he'll actually whip them with his tail. Now it hurts when it happens, but generally, he's a pretty friendly guy. But he will live a very long time. So if you get this guy as a pet, you want to make sure you can care for him for at least 30 years. That's a long time. And when he was a baby, he was only about this big. He was tiny. He is looking at you guys right now. He's also smelling you. He can smell with his tongue and he's got 2 little nostrils there. He still has teeth inside of his mouth and little claws to help him climb and dig as well. Does anybody have any questions for this little guy before we go see another reptile? Yes? You forget? That's okay. You can ask me at the end of the show if you remember. Yes?
Why does he have spikes?
Why does he have spikes on his body? That's to help protect him. There's another lizard called a bearded dragon, and they're really good pets to have. They stay about this size, they get a little bit more bigger, but they have a lot more spikes. They have spikes on their side, even little ones underneath their chin. A lot of people like to have them very calm in temper, but they like to eat the bugs. Crickets, mealworms, and lettuce and fruit. But both are really good pets to have. So let me put this guy away, And at the end of the show, I can bring him back out to let you guys touch and feel. Can everybody say bye, Marshmallow? All right, so the next animal I have to show you is a favorite for a lot of people, but not a favorite for a lot of other people. A snake, that's right. So here we have a snake, and this is Jupiter. And Jupiter here is called a corn snake. Now don't worry, this guy doesn't have any venom. He's a constrictor. He has to squeeze his prey to kill it. But do you think he likes to eat little girls? No, he likes to eat small mammals. Mice, rats, even birds he likes to eat. Now they do come in different color variations. This one right here is an Okiti corn snake. You'll also see albino, you'll see some with orange, a little bit paler in color, brighter in color, and he's not gonna get any bigger than this. When he was first born, he came out of an egg, and he was about the size of a pencil. He was really tiny. He would eat tiny little meals like little baby mice. And as he grew, he'll do a shed and he'll get bigger and bigger. And now he's an adult. He's about 7 years old. But you'll have him for about 15 to 20 years. You're 8. How many 7-year-olds do we have here today? How many 8-year-olds do we have here today? How many 9-year-olds? Very good. Now he is smelling, you guys. If you may notice, he's actually sticking out his tongue. He smells with his tongue. Every time he sticks out his tongue, he picks up all the particles that are flying around us. And he brings those particles back into his mouth. At the top of his jaw, he's got an organ called a Jacobson's organ. And that organ identifies what those particles are. So say the mouse that's underneath your chair over there, he'll be able to find it with his tongue. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, sweetie. But he doesn't eat a mouse every day or every week. He'll eat one mouse every 2 weeks. And that's it. That's all he needs. Unlike a cat or a dog where you have to feed them every day, sometimes twice a day, very low maintenance, a snake. You want to go on vacation? Just make sure somebody comes over to check on them, and they're A-okay. He is moving, that's right. If you look at his belly, he's got belly scales, nice and long. And they actually lift up, they grip, and it helps pull him forward. That's how a snake is able to move. He'll also push off of rocks and logs. But some people may ask, why doesn't he bite me? Isn't he trying to chase after me? No. He doesn't want to bite me. He doesn't want to hurt me. We smell yucky to a snake. We smell like soap, laundry detergent, perfume. We don't smell like mice or rats. But I still have to be careful when I handle him, when I take care of him, when I handle his food. I want to make sure I wash my hands. Because if I pick up a rat and then go pick him up, he can still smell it off of me, and he may accidentally think it was food. And he still has teeth in his mouth, 6 rows of teeth that are curved, but the teeth are there to help pull the food down into his throat, where it'll go down and it'll sit in his stomach. And it'll take about 5 to 7 days to digest. But he can't break down the fur, the nails, or the teeth of the rat. So when he goes to the washroom, it'll all come out in his poo. Ooh, nice and yummy afterwards. Who wants to clean that one up? A few of you? That's one thing. When people get an animal as a pet, they think they can play with it and handle it and have lots of fun, maybe go out for walks. But it's a lot of maintenance. So you gotta make sure you are ready to clean up your animal. Even give him a bath, change his cage, and then he'll be okay. So let me put this guy away, And I'm gonna bring out one more animal. Can everybody say bye, Jupiter? Okay, so the next one I have to show you is another animal that is my favorite. They're not a beginner pet to have, unlike Jupiter and the Uromastyx. We have an iguana. So this is Loco. Can everybody say hi, Loco? And Loco here is a green iguana. Raise your hand who thinks she is full grown. Raise your hand if you think she's not full grown. Raise your hand if you're not sure. Now, she is not full grown. She is still a young iguana. She's only about 3 years old, and she'll put another 3 inches to her length. But if she was a boy, she would be about 6 feet, nose to tail. That's a big lizard. But you may see them in the pet stores. They're only about a couple inches. They look really cute. You hear it's a green iguana, people have it as a pet, but it's not a beginner pet. It's a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. And if you get a boy, you're gonna need a cage like a walk-in closet. That's a big space. Now, I do have one at home myself, but it's taken about 5 to 6 years to train him. Tell him what he's not supposed to climb up on, where he finds his food, and where he goes to the washroom. Yes, you can potty train an iguana. It takes a lot of time, a lot of care, but you can potty train them. Do you think he likes to eat meat? Where does he live? Well, we'll find this guy in Mexico. And he's a herbivore, loves to eat the lettuce and the fruit. Yeah. Well, this is actually a red iguana. So there's a couple different types. You'll see green, you'll see red, maybe even blue, and albino too. Now, one thing you'll notice is she's doing a really good job of sitting still on my hand, but they don't always want to sit still. She likes to climb up on my shoulders or on my head. And one thing I gotta watch out for are those long toes. Long toes and sharp claws, and that's to help her climb up high in the tree. Get nice and warm, get away from predators. And you'll also notice she's got the spikes on her back. They look really sharp and spiky, but they're actually very soft. She's starting to shed right now. If you look at her legs, she's got pieces of dry skin coming off. To help get it off, I can give her a bath. Can you imagine that, having a bath with your iguana? Don't use any soap, just nice warm water. She's got that piece of skin underneath her neck. What do you think that is? It's her dewlap. When she's scared, she'll puff it out, puff up her belly, lean to the side, make her look big and toughy. But iguana can't speak like us. She uses body language. So one thing she might do is bob her head. And you can actually talk to her too by bobbing your head, but just be careful which head bob you do. All right, guys, so I'm gonna thank you guys for coming to the reptile show of Reptilia. I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 different types of reptiles I had to show you. But we have our cruiser way down on the right side. Come and visit us with some other reptiles that you can touch and feel. But you can come to us as well. We're down in Vaughan, a reptile zoo, where you guys can see some more shows, reptile feedings, and maybe even get a photograph. Enjoy your time here. Thank you for listening. Come on up and everybody can have a chance to touch and feel Loco on her tail.